Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chairman. Those very kind words, and thank you, Headmaster Dean DeLauro. I'd also like to thank the previous Headmaster, Mr. Mead, for his quote that I'm more of a doer than someone who motivates through speeches. It's great timing as I'm about to stand up and give a speech. In all serious though, I'd like to thank Stuart Mead, the school board and the Old Halians Association for the incredible opportunity they gave me when they awarded me the scholarship. I've always considered myself extremely lucky to attend Hale School, and I'll be forever grateful these people saw something in me and then gave me the opportunity. I also have to particularly thank Sarah Pearce, who I know was instrumental in helping me get my foot in the door. I remember hearing from the Bishop Hale medalists in my last couple of years at school, and I could never have imagined receiving this award in the future. I've always viewed the Bishop Hale medal winners as incredibly important people who have achieved amazing things across their lifetimes. I never in a million years thought I could be standing up here accepting the award. It's incredibly humbling, and I really struggle to put it all into words. When I started at Hale, I was instantly welcomed into the school with open arms. Everyone was so invested in each other as individuals, whether that be staff or students, and the relationships that were formed were so genuine. I'd never experienced mateship like this. I honestly believe it comes from the boarders. They're each other's family while they're here at school, and the bond they have gets passed on to all the day boys, who then treat their mates the same. It is hard to explain this feeling of camaraderie to people who haven't been to Hale, but with everyone here today, I'm sure you all understand what I mean. As mentioned earlier, after leaving school, I continued to play football at Claremont Football Club with a large number of Hale boys. We were a really tight-knit Colts group, and the following year we continued to play together in the senior squad. It was this year that one of our mates, Warwick Proudlove, had the tragic accident that you've already heard of today. Warwick is here today with his parents. He was heading home to Albany as a passenger in the front seat of a car that hit a stray horse. Warwick is a very popular, quiet, considerate guy who was also an extremely talented footballer before his accident. Waz's accident was something that I really struggled to process. As a 19-year-old, you think you're on top of the world and are invincible. The reality of Warwick's situation and that he wouldn't just get better in a couple of months really shook me. I felt helpless and I didn't know how I could support my mate. In 2015, I decided to swim to Rottnest solo, and the idea for the Swim for Prouty was born. Doing a solo crossing was a bucket list item for me, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to use the swim as a platform to raise funds for Warwick and his ongoing care. So I put the feelers out to a few friends who had also played football with Warwick, and it was really no surprise that among the people that put their hand up, there was a really strong Hale contingency. With the likes of George Cunningham, Jordan Aitken and Tom Taylor really quick to get involved. Your very own Mr Guard and Mr Hunt have also been key members of the Swim for Prouty team as well. Chris may have also beaten me to the finish line a couple of times, but I've generally had Mr Hunt covered. Over the past 7 years, we've had over 20 Old Halians participate in the Swim for Prouty, and the Hale community has been an amazing source of support. Every year, the Old Halians have sent out an email with a link to the fundraiser, to which the old boys have always responded very generously. To date, we have raised over $200,000 for the Prouties Foundation, and on behalf of myself, Warwick and his family, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the old boys, staff, students and the entire Hale community for your ongoing support and kindness. As I said earlier, I always thought the Bishop Hale Medal was awarded to someone who had lived up to the motto of duty in some big, noteworthy and momentous way. While I think that we have achieved what we have achieved for the Swim for Prouty has grown into something quite big for Warwick. It definitely didn't start out that way. And I want to remind everyone, particularly the current students, that even the smallest action can make a big difference. Organising the Swim for Prouty each year is a big effort, but it's something I feel really passionate about. and what it means to Warwick makes it all worth it. Most importantly, I know that even if we had only raised $1,000 or $100, the Proud Loves would have been so grateful. That is what I want to reiterate to you boys today. Just have a go. I never thought the swim would have been such a successful event. So put your hand up, give it a crack. That might mean raising funds for your chosen charity, or it might mean checking with a new kid at school to make sure they're feeling welcomed. It isn't the size or grandeur of your actions that count, it's the meaning and the thought behind it. I think that we often don't appreciate the impact that a small act can have, and who knows, those small acts might just turn into something big. As I wrap it up, I'd like to thank everyone that's been part of the Swim for Proudy over the years, from swimmers to support crew to donors, sponsors and the cheer squad. The success of the event has seen is due to the people we have had involved and the generosity of the community. It certainly is a team effort. I also need to thank my parents, sisters, grandparents, my wife Chrissa and the rest of our extended families, many of who are here today, for all your support, both personally and with the Swim for Proudy. Finally, I'd like to again thank Hale School for the opportunities afforded to me. I continue to strive to repay those privileges. The Bishop Hale Award is truly humbling and I'm honoured to receive it. Thank you.